Good morning, guys. So I'm out with the 2-weight again this morning and working on a fish that went by me. He kind of spooked my school, so the school is going to take off down the shore. But pretty good fish, and in the past I've had mixed luck on my 2-weight. It's not that the rod and reel can't handle redfish. My issue has been my leader, so I beefed up the leader. I'm running 20 pound and 20 pound tippet, and it's working better. This one's not a big fish. I'm checking to make sure he's a keeper. He's about 21. Pretty fish, not real big, but I'll take him. So on this one, you can see one of my easy indicators on the days where the fish are not aggressively feeding is the birds. And I'm beginning to scare them off, but they've already given away the location of the school of redfish up on the shoreline. I'm gonna just quietly ease in here, try and locate them, because occasionally a back or a tail sticks up. Once in a while there's a splash. There you can see some. So there's some really good fish in here. Get that 2-weight all the way out there, right on top of them, right behind them. That's better. Yep, he ate it. And at first, I got this guy out of the school, and I'm thinking, good, I'll catch him, and then I'll come back and pull another one out of that school. But that idiot, he ran right back into the middle of the school, or he will here in a second. Yeah, blew him out. So he pulled me all over the place. This guy is a real fighter. He's mid-slot. I think he's 24 and a half. So he's not a huge redfish, but he ran me in circles and never got to the backing, but he was a fighter. So the wind on this morning was topping out, according to the forecast, would top out about 5 miles an hour. And I think it's around 7 or 8 right now, but it's going to lay down the rest of the morning. So this one's, like I said, 24 and a half. He's a pretty decent fish. I'm kind of in a hurry to get him on the stringer and go see if I can catch the school around the corner. But he successfully blew him out on me, so that part didn't happen. Just kind of the beauty of what I do back there. I'm always searching shorelines, looking for those wakes, looking for backs. And it's nice when the birds throw you a present and show you, hey, over here. So even when they show you where to look, sometimes it's hard to tell where those fish are. I know they're right there with them somewhere. And it's just my luck. I happen to catch them at the back of a cove where they're making the corner. Some of them cut the corner, so it's hard to see them until they actually begin working off to the left. And now they're getting obvious. Trying to get that fly right in front of them. Yep, there we go. Learned last week, don't put out a lot of extra line for casting. Keep your cast relatively short. Manage that line carefully, because those side handles on this kayak will snag the line if I'm not careful. On this Friday morning, I did 15 miles of shoreline. It was just one of those days of move, and eventually you'll run into some schools of fish.
Pretty fish.
This is a little bit later. I went ahead and put the 2-weight away. I got my limit on the 2 just for kicks. Now I put out the 6 with the big crab fly that I'm making.
How's that for a cool fish?
What a beautiful fish.
I've already got a limit, so he's going back.
I've got pliers, but I prefer to just kind of put a finger in there and pop that hook out if I can. I think there's a little less stress on the fish if I can manage it.
No, come on. Don't crunch my finger.
My hooks have a micro barb, so they come out pretty easily.
Out of there for you. There you go. Yeah, that crab fly.
And I'm going to try to work on him and let him go, but he popped right out of my hand and took off. So with the fish in the hatch on ice, I can really move. So I start making up some ground now, and I'm able to look for those fish. The downside is you better spot them ahead of time, or you'll run right over them before you can stop. So I spot one coming up the canal. You can see him there to the right of my hat. I have to stop early so I can get a chance to get set up. I'm out in front of him, but I don't want to cast anymore because it's quiet. He might be spooky, but yeah, he sees it, he eats it. They love that crab. And on the 6-weight, it's kind of nice. I can lay into him a little bit and put some pressure on him with the rod. With that kayak being over 18 feet long, it does become a little bit more tricky in those small canals. So here I am, I'm headed out, and beautiful day. Love the reflections in the water, and I love this kayak, how fast I can move. And that's it for today. Class dismissed.